So a couple of questions. Firstly, are you coaching your athletes the way that perhaps you were coached? Or are you doing things different? Have you adapted? Have you created your own philosophy on this? It's actually really important if I was to ask you, I wonder what your philosophy on coaching might be. Okay? And just getting really, really clear about that in terms of how you want to conduct yourself. And then this one. What are the rules and the philosophies which create your coaching style? Okay? And importantly, are they working with today's athletes? I mean, who's been coaching for long enough to notice that the current generation of athletes are a little bit different? What do you think? How are they different? Don't want to work for it? Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, I mean, they are a little bit different. But what does that mean for us as coaches? We got to adapt, right? We have to adapt. But having said that, we will still have our own set of values that we don't want to compromise on, right? Like what things do you think this younger generation could perhaps benefit from learning? What would you say? What was that one? Yeah, some discipline, work ethic. What else? Yeah, consideration, experience. What else?
Resilience.
Yeah, so these are all life skills, right? So once again, as well as parents teaching the kids this and getting on the same page with that, the coaching's got a big part of this to play as well. Okay, so it's coming back to that same recurring theme. In terms of success, whether it's for this generation of athletes or perhaps some others as well, but fun and enjoyment, satisfaction, realisation of goals, doing your best, being your best, certainly learning life skills, friendships help. And so the reason I put this slide up is that as a coach, how do you define success? So what does a successful season look like? Give us an example. I mean, for some of the teams that we work with, it's an undefeated season and winning a championship. Okay, but still, the interesting thing about that is when you talk to the coach, yeah, okay, we won all that stuff, but when you talk to the coach, they come away talking about how much the athletes have grown as individuals. And it's really, really interesting. Yeah, so I'm saying that all of these things are great in terms of, a healthy philosophy to have and everything else, but you know what also happens? When we approach athletes in a really careful, considered, safe way, with great relationships and doing those 5 factors well, what do you think happens to the results? You actually get good results. Yeah.